Hello and welcome back to the Satoshi Society YouTube channel. My name is AJ, one of the hosts here, and today we're going to be taking a look at the technical side of Bitcoin. And today we're sort of going to get a look into what the actual direction of Bitcoin is going to be, and we might get some hints of what the direction could be for Bitcoin in the shorter term. If you've been following the channel, you know that my thesis in the mid to long term is still bearish until a certain level can be broken, but in the shorter term, we can flip from bullish to bearish very, very quickly. And right now, if you watched yesterday's video, you will know that I'm sat sort of very neutral. I'm currently in a short position, okay, which we entered at a really, really good level. But yeah, I'm just sat in that short position and I've moved that stop loss to entry. But if I wasn't in a trade right now, I wouldn't be trading as of yet, because we are waiting for that clear market direction. Okay, and potentially today we could have that clear direction, but we will just have to see, because we know that the market can change very, very quickly. So before we get into the video, please make sure you smash a like on this video. Really, really helps me out, really helps the channel out, and we can continue to bring the trades that we bring you, and we can continue to bring the technical analysis that we bring you as well. So please make sure you smash a like on this video. But again, jumping straight on into the charts, as always, taking a look at that Bitcoin 4-hour, what we can see is that we are at resistance. Okay, we are currently sat at resistance as of right now. And there's two things that we can do as always. We can break that resistance and continue higher, or we can get rejected from the resistance and move lower. Okay, so this is what we are waiting for. We're waiting for either the break towards the upside, or we're waiting for that direction. Okay, but whilst we're waiting, we can also have a look at other indications such as the DXY and the ES to help us predict where the market could be going. Okay, could the market be breaking resistance and going higher, or could the market be rejecting and moving lower? Okay, so we do want to have a look at the DXY and the ES to give us that understanding. Okay, but yeah, as I said, I'm in that short position. We entered in that short position up here. We entered into a really, really, really nice short position, and I came live for you before I entered this short position. Okay, I came live before entering into the short position, and then I came live when I was in that short position, and I've been updating you over on Twitter, on the likes of Twitter, telling you when I'm expecting another move, here on the 24th of February. So on the 24th of February at 3:27, I put this tweet out saying Bitcoin looks as though it wants to drop more. Okay, and then I showed you the percentage that the short position was in. Okay, and then on the same day, February 24th at 4:08, you can see here we go. Bitcoin started to move down as I expected it to, 35.49% in a profit. And then, it just continued to increase and increase. I was telling you, I'm taking profits as we go down. We're taking profits at support. That's what we want to do. Okay, we want to be taking profits at the support because, there are high chances that supports can be held and we can bounce towards the upside. So that's what we want to do. Okay. Again, I told you that we took profit at 40%, but I still have a little bit left in that trade. And that trade is currently sat at around 20% in a profit as of right now. So not doing as well as it was, but it's still a profitable trade. 20% is still a really, really nice trade, and I could close this trade now and be perfectly happy with that. However, I just want to ride this, let this trade ride out. Okay, so I've moved that stop loss to entry, which was $24,750 approximately, and there's a stop loss around that level there. I'm just going to let the trade ride. Okay, if it moves lower, great. Okay, we can continue to print. However, if the trade hits the stop loss, I'm not too bothered because I've already taken profit, and there's no way I can lose any money within this trade because, as I said, I've moved that stop loss to the entry point. Okay, so that's always what I like to do, just to take all of the risk out of the trade. Take profit, move the stop loss to entry, take all of the risk out. You've got nothing to worry about. Okay, you want to trading. The aim of the game is to take as much risk out as possible. So that's what I do. Okay, but right now, what we're looking at, as I said, we're at resistance. Two things we could do: break resistance, or we could get rejected from resistance. Okay, but what we need to understand is where that price is going. And to be honest with you, where I sit right now, and as I say, the market could flip like that. I'm looking at I was looking at it being more bearish, okay, but now looking at the DXY, I'm sort of flipping potentially in the shorter term a little bit more bullish. And just remember, in the shorter term, okay, medium to long term, I'm still bearish until we break above $25,211, remain above that, and remain above that on the weekly as well. Okay, that is only when I will get bullish in the medium to long term. Okay, but right now in the shorter term, I can change from bearish to bullish. Very, very quickly on the shorter time frame, because we know on the shorter time frames the market can just change very, very quickly. Okay, but right now we are seeing a slight rejection, okay, from this resistance. We're still testing the resistance, but we're getting a slight rejection from it. Okay, so there is a possibility that we could get a rejection from this level. Okay, if we come and look at the RSI, is there any sort of divergence that we can see forming? Potential divergence forming as well. Okay, so we can see a high up here. Let's get the pen tool out. We can see a high here and this potential high here. If we do get rejected from this resistance, then if we come to the RSI, we have a high here, and then we have a higher high here. Okay, so on the price action chart, we're forming lower lows, but on the RSI here, we're forming higher highs. So there's a possibility that we could get rejected from this level. Okay, but we have to look at something else, which someone has mentioned, DXY. Okay, we have to look at the DXY because Bitcoin is inversely correlated to the DXY. So when the DXY goes up, Bitcoin goes down. When the DXY goes down, Bitcoin goes up. And if we have a quick look at the DXY, we can see that the DXY is pulling back from this major resistance here. Okay, and I've seen someone's put I've seen someone's put DXY at support, and that is true. Okay, that is true. The DXY is at support, but also resistance at the same time. Okay, so what we're looking at on this daily is, on the daily, we're looking at this major resistance level. Okay, we've used it as major resistance here, support here. Okay, before the break towards the downside. And then if we go all the way back here as well, resistance, perfect resistance here before the break towards the upside, then support after, that break towards the upside. Okay, so this is a very, very strong level, and we can see the the DXY is using this as a strong level, as in, we are seeing a rejection from this level. Okay, now it's not confirmed yet. Okay, we still have 11 hours and 11 minutes left of this daily candle, so there is a possibility that the DXY could push back up. Okay, so we have to be aware of that. But right now, it looks as though we're getting a slight rejection from this major resistance. And if we do see that slight rejection from the major resistance, then we're most likely going to see the ES and Bitcoin push towards the upside. But again, the DXY is actually at support if we're looking at the weekly. Reason being is because we have this upwards trending diagonal blue line here. And we can see we've used it as previous support multiple times. Okay, so first time here, second time here, third time here, fourth time, fifth time here. Okay, literally to the dollar pretty much every single time. Okay, using this level of support, and then we got a big pump on the DXY. Okay, then after this pump, we had that pullback, of course. Okay, and we came down and tested this this support here, and actually broke that support. Okay, continued towards the downside a little bit more, but then found strong support, which we can see on the daily here from this previous low. We found strong support here. Okay, off that support level, we bounced. Okay, breaking back above this previous support, now resistance level. Okay, now that we're above it, we can use that as support. Okay, I wouldn't class this as a major level. Okay, but it is something that we have respected previously, and even here before the break towards the upside, we've respected it right here as resistance. Okay, we spent 2 weeks trying to get above it, we couldn't get above it, and then on that third week we finally did get above it. Okay, right now we're testing it as support. So if we can hold this as support, for me, it would be looking more likely that the DXY would continue towards the upside. Okay, but again, we have 2 days and 12 hours left, so a lot could happen during that time. Okay, we could see the DXY continue towards the downside. Reason being is because on the daily we do have a major resistance. Okay, so right now I'm just focusing on what the daily is doing. Okay, because we still have 2 days, 2 and a bit days left of that weekly close. And on on the Friday evening, we can have a look at the DXY and see whether it is breaking this support. And if it is going to break that support on the weekly, this is going to be very, very bullish for Bitcoin. That could be very, very bullish for Bitcoin because it would also, confirm this rejection here. Okay. But looking at this, all right, we cannot sort of just say that we're getting rejected right now. First of all, we still have 11 hours and 9 minutes of this daily candle. Okay. But we also have to look at the ES to give us a good understanding. Okay. Of what the market could be doing, okay? Because the ES is what sort of reacts to what the DXY does, and then Bitcoin follows the ES, okay? So we can see that Bitcoin has broken support here, okay? Where these arrows are, these yellow arrows, we've tested this level to the dollar, okay, twice here, okay, and bounced off that level, okay? And then we actually tested it right here, got a slight bounce, but couldn't stay above the support level. So what happened is the price broke below it, okay? But we have major support coming in here with this downwards trending support here, which we resistance that we respected throughout the whole of 2022. Okay, rejected from it each time. Then we finally broke above it in 2023. Okay, and we're now retesting it as support. That previous resistance we're testing as support. Now, if we can get a nice bounce off of this level, okay, then get above this ascending trend line here, okay, then it's looking very bullish for the ES. We can come back up to this major resistance, and then we can talk about the price potentially breaking that resistance and moving higher, or we can talk about the price getting rejected from here. Okay, we have to reevaluate once the price gets up there. Okay, but what we want to see right now for Bitcoin to look bullish is that the DXY gets a rejection from here today. Okay, either today, tomorrow, sometime this week. It's going to happen most likely this week. Okay, so we would like to see that rejection. Okay, or the break towards the upside, either or, to give us a clear direction on what Bitcoin is doing. But right now, it's looking like we could get rejected. Okay. Then what we want to see on the ES is that the ES actually comes and breaks back above this resistance level here. Previous support, now resistance. Okay, we want to see that break above resistance and this bounce off this support level here. Okay, that would be really, really nice. If we were to see both of those things, okay, then without a doubt, Bitcoin's going to break above this resistance. Bitcoin's going to come up to $25,211. Okay, then we can reevaluate from there. Is Bitcoin going to form some sort of bearish divergence coming into resistance? Or is Bitcoin going to look bullish and break above this $25,211, use it as support, continue towards the upside, and then potentially even break $25,200 on the weekly chart? Okay, if that happens, okay, I will invalidate all my bearish scenarios on the likes of the medium term and long term time frame. Okay, and then I will flip bullish. Okay, I've been saying that for ages, for a while now. Okay, if we can break $25,200 on the weekly, remain above it, continue to use that support, then yes, I will quite happily flip bullish. Okay, but whilst we're below it, I'm still going to remain bearish. Okay, so that is a possibility. Okay, if we can see that rejection on the DXY, okay, the rejection here, and then we can see that break towards the upside on the ES, okay, that break towards the upside of the previous support, now resistance level, okay, then come up to this major resistance here and break that as well. Okay, that could be looking very, very bullish. But okay, we also have to factor in the bearish scenario. That is the bullish scenario, okay, which as of right now is looking the more favorable scenario, because we are getting we are starting to get a rejection from this resistance level here on the DXY. Okay, what we want to see is the DXY actually come down to this major support here and break that, and we can be quite happy to say that the bull market has now started. Okay. But again, there's a possibility that the DXY could break above this resistance. And if that happens, okay, what's going to happen to the ES? Okay, well, the ES is most likely going to break below this major support here. Okay, and that it would be very, very bad for Bitcoin. Okay, if that were to happen, Bitcoin would most likely break its major support here, move lower, potentially $21,400. Okay, coming and looking at the daily, coming down to $21,473, breaking all this support here, coming down to major support, previous resistance. I've got this as, but yeah, coming down to major support here, which we can see has been previous major support. If it breaks that, we could be looking at the low of the bear market. Okay, so things could become very bullish quickly, but things could also become very bearish quickly as well. Okay, right now is this time, it is the time to really focus on what this DXY is doing, because it will give us a really good understanding of where the market is going to go. Okay, so this is what I'm focusing on right now. What is this DXY doing? Okay, this DXY is going to get a rejection. We could come back down to this 101 level here. If that is the case, okay, then we want to break that support towards the downside, and then we can be happy to say that the bull market has started. Okay, but there is always that possibility that we could hold support there and come back up to this major resistance there. And if that's here, and if that happens, we could just see a big range forming for Bitcoin. Okay, so we just got to be very aware of what the DXY is doing right now. But in the shorter term on Bitcoin, we're looking a little bit more bearish. What the technicals are telling us. But then looking at the DXY, we're looking bullish. Okay, so we're in a very uncertain time right now, and all we can do is wait. Okay, all we can do is wait as of right now. Okay, we can't predict what the market is going to do all of the time. Okay, not really humanly possible. It's not possible to predict what the market is going to do all of the time, and this is one of those. One of those moments. Okay, right now we can't sit here and say that the market is going to pump or the market is going to dump. Okay, we just have to wait and see. Okay, and I'm not bothered. I'm not bothered. Reason being is because you will know as well if you've been following the channel. The reason being is because I entered into a short position up here. From up here, I knew where the market was going. That's why I entered into a short position. I knew that the market was going to pull back, so I entered into that short position. Okay, and I'm still in that short position. I've taken profit, moved that stop loss to entry. Okay, and I'm not worried. I'm just riding this trade out. Okay, seeing what happens. But I've already taken profit, so I'm not worried about it. Okay, and if it continues to print profit, then great. If it hits that stop loss, great. Move on. We look for the next trade. Okay, but right now I'm just sitting on that side, or if I wasn't in a trade, I'd be sitting on the sidelines waiting for a direction. Then I can act on the direction. However, because I am in that short position already, I'm just going to, sit on that short position and wait for the market to do something. Okay. Like I said, from up here, I knew the market was going to pull back, which is why I entered a short position. Right now, I don't know where the market is going to go. Okay. I know that the market can either go up or either go down, but right now, I don't have a clear direction because we don't know what the DXY is going to do. If we're going to get a confirmed rejection from here, okay, then I'd be happy to say, that the market is going to come, it is going to pump. Sorry, okay, DXY is going to pull back, and then the market, okay, as in Bitcoin and the traditional markets, are going to most likely pump. Okay, but again, DXY breaks this resistance towards the upside, market is going to pull back. Okay. So we just got to wait and see, and you've got to make sure that you turn that bell notification on so you never ever miss when I come live. Okay, because like here, I came live before I even entered that trade, telling you that I'm looking to enter into a short position. Okay, because the market is looking very bearish. Okay, so I'm already in a trade. Right now is not the target. We're very uncertain on where the market is going to go. So we're just waiting to see waiting for a clear direction, and then we can actually act and start trading again, potentially open up a long position or look to add to the short position that we currently have right now. Okay, so that's all I'm doing right now, just sitting on the sidelines, just waiting, or in my case, sitting on that trade. I'm waiting to see what happens. Okay. But yeah, looking at the daily, I would still expect the price to pull back to $21,470. I would still expect that because that's the sort of the next level that I'm looking at. But again, if we come and test this resistance here at $25,211. Okay, we could either form a bearish pattern up there and be looking for another short entry. Okay, and potentially take that down to 21,473, because if we're looking bearish up here, I'm going to remain bearish in the mid to long term, which in the mid to long term, I would be expecting that price to pull back. Okay, so that's why I would enter into a short position there. Okay, however, if we break above it, okay, and we use it as support, we can be looking to actually enter a long position and look for higher prices there, potentially even $30,000 if we can stay above that $25,200 levels on the likes of the daily. And then if we get a confirmed break above it on the weekly, then I would most likely be happy to say that 30,000 is that next level. Okay. But right now, just waiting to see what the DXY can do, because it will give us a clear direction of what Bitcoin is going to do. So I hope this has given you an understanding of what's going on with the market right now. The market is very uncertain right now. I can't give you a clear direction like I did back here. I was telling you back here, I'm entering into a short because I'm expecting that market to pull back, which it did. Right now, I cannot give you a clear direction, but all I can say is that if the DXY gets a rejection from the resistance, okay, we're most likely going to break resistance on Bitcoin. Okay. However, if the DXY breaks above resistance, okay, we're most likely going down for Bitcoin and getting rejected from this resistance. Okay. That's all I can tell you right now. If anything changes, okay, and if we start to see more signs of a clearer direction, then of course you will be the first people to know about it. And if the price decides to move as well later on today, and of course, I'll come live and update you with what's going on and see if we can actually, take action, as in enter into a trade. Then, of course, I'm going to come live and talk you through that. But, if nothing else happens today, if the price just sort of continues to move sideways like it has been doing this morning, then what I will do is just wait and see for tomorrow and come live for the normal time tomorrow. So once again, thank you very much for watching, guys. Please make sure you smash a like on this video. Really helps me out, really helps the channel out, and I can continue to bring the trades that I've been bringing you as well, just to show you again, we've been in this trade, taking profit, 40% profit off the table. Really, really nice trades that we've been making. So please make sure you smash a like if you want to see more trades like this. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, turn that bell notification on so you never miss any of the trades that I take or any of the videos that are coming out. Once again, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next live stream. See you later, guys. Bye.